miss nothing. It's been a minute since I've done all of this, honey, so of course I gotta think about what I'm supposed to be doing here.
Yes, I think the church was always the center of everything in our, for our people. You know, activities were carried on, you know, those that were carried on was started in the church and people worked in the church. And that's always been the center of our, you know, our upbringing. Because it was the just about the only church that was really serving the people around Williamsburg, and especially on communion services. It was really full because the people that had joined church and open churches out in the county, they still considered First Baptist their church. And they would come there for communion. And we had to be back at church at 11 o'clock. And there was no ifs and names about it. We'd be back at church, and the children always sit the front of the church. And now most of the young people sit in the back of the church, but we always had to be up front. We lived on Franklin Street, which was at that time called Pottsfield, And at that time, as children, I was just 10 years old when I joined the church. We had to walk to church. We walked to Sunday school every Sunday morning. And that's where we had Sunday school. First Baptist Church was just one building, as you know. And everything went on in the sanctuary. They had no classrooms. So all the Sunday school classes were held in that one building in different parts of the church. It's card class, all the classes they met. And at the end of the Sunday school lessons, then they gathered together, came together, and I guess you might say a summary of the lesson went on by one of the teachers. And then they had song and prayer, and they disbanded. But while they were there, before they were there, we had a church bell called the church bell in the steeple of the church. And at that time, a man was signed to go up, and he rang the church bell. And when he rang the church bell, it was letting the people know it was church time. Well, I remember the church as I was a young girl going to the church, and I was baptized, joined the church and baptized at the age of 9. And I was baptized on a Watermill Creek. You go in the water, and the water be cold, but not your soul. And I guess most people know that Watermill is down Watermill Road, past Kmart, down through that way. And you come out, after they baptize you, you have to wrap a blanket around you to keep you warm. There's no dressing room there. You have to go home and get dressed so you could get ready for church and communion. We had to tell it. And at that time, it's different from what it is now. They'd ask you to come up to the mourner's bench. Everybody would go up front and sit on the seat. Then if you weren't ready to go and shake the pastor's hand, you would just come in. It would last 1 week. And the last day, everybody would have joined, accepted Christ. They come up and shake the pastor's hand, and they had to tell it. But it was a strange way we used to do it. We used to, in the morning, we'd go around from house to house and shake everybody's hand and say, I've been baptized, I've been accepted Christ, and now I'm a Christian. And of course the adults would go tell it everywhere they went. There's one big open room. The sanctuary is one big open room. And we didn't have any other rooms. I can recall but one little room as you come into church to the left, where they kept these books and the hymn books and the Bibles and things like that for Sunday school.
Okay, that's it.